First here tonight, a man is dead and 5 others are injured, including a 5-year-old girl following a mass shooting in Baltimore overnight. Thanks for joining us here at 6:30. I'm Alex Dieterer. Shots were fired just before 9 last night. Officers say the 5-year-old was struck in the hand but is expected to survive. A 38-year-old man was taken to the hospital where he later died. The 4 other people were injured but are expected to survive. Police say people gathered outside and were eating crab when shots unexpectedly went off. Police have not released any details about the suspect in the shooting, and a motive for the shooting remains under investigation. The city of Louisville wants your ideas on how to improve nearly 400 acres of public land along River Road. That includes 6 nearby parks. Ahead of the first community meeting that's set for tomorrow night, WHAS11's Ian Hardwitt shares ideas from you on what you want to see in your neighborhood parks.
That's Noah Keeter at Champion Park's disc golf course. He says,
"How's it going?"
It's a great spot for beginners. It's one of 6 parks along River Road that Louisville Metro's Office of Planning is seeking feedback from the community on. An expansion would score points with Keeter.
If I had to play mayor for just a minute, I would definitely want to keep this course at least as is, if not try to make it better with even more.
A mile and a half down River Road,
a great city has great open spaces.
Dave Winslow enjoys the wide open spaces and walking trails at Thurman Hutchins Park. It also falls inside the 391 acres of publicly owned land the city wants you to give input on.
You know, maybe cleaning up some of the dead tree limbs would be good. Maybe another place for people to fish would be nice.
Across the road at Carrie Galbert Cox Park, the boat ramp already sees regular use. Kaylin Bendy says it still makes for a good fishing spot.
I feel right at home. It's like a second home from home.
But Bendy said it'll feel homier with some fishing pole holsters along the bank.
That way, everybody won't have to be so spaced out or leaning their poles up against the post. That way, it'll be like a straight shot once you cast that.
The first feedback meeting will be held here at the Lynn Family Practice Clinic from 6 to 8 on Monday, August 11th. There's also a second meeting if you can't make that one. It's further down the road towards the east at Locust Grove on August 13th. That's a Wednesday, also from 6 to 8. In Louisville, I'm Ian Hardwitt for WHAS 11 on your side.
Feedback surveys are already available online, and we do have a link posted for you on the WHAS11.com homepage. You can just look for the links mentioned article, and that survey does stay open until September 19th. As of 2 o'clock today, the boil water advisory in Bardstown has been lifted. Parts of Bardstown were under a boil water advisory since Friday because of a break on a transmission main. According to the city spokesperson, this impacted customers in the east part of Bardstown and areas along US 150 on Springfield Road, Woodlawn, and Bloomfield Road. And again, that has been lifted as of this afternoon. In continuing coverage for you, the north and southbound lanes of Hospital Curve are still closed for road work. That work began around 8 o'clock Friday night with the left and center lanes of I-65 North closing around 1st, Brook Street, and East Broadway. You're taking a live look right now at those empty lanes on the Kennedy Bridge. The left lane of I-65 South was also closed. These lane closures will remain in place through 5 tomorrow morning, and all of this is to complete work on expansion joint repairs between East Broadway and the Kennedy Bridge. With JCPS students now back to school, a series of public forums is continuing with the new superintendent, Dr. Brian Yearwood, this week. The goal is to create open conversations between the district and students and parents. People will be able to ask questions, share their perspectives, and gain a deeper understanding of the superintendent's mission and vision for JCPS. There will be more of these over the next few weeks and next months. There's one on Tuesday at Valley High School from 5:30 to 7 in the evening, and then next Saturday at Male High School from 10 in the morning to 11:30. All of these events are free and open to the public. Well, it's an exciting day in the Little League Softball World Series as Indiana faced Pennsylvania in the championship today, and that game actually just wrapped up right here on WHAS 11.
Yeah, Alex, and for the first time in Little League Softball World Series history, Indiana made it to the championship game. The team from Floyd's Knobs Community Club has a chance to bring it home for the Hoosier State. Now, ahead of this game, Indiana won 6 elimination games, and they strategically took out their ace, Briley Mercer, early in yesterday's extra innings game, so she'd be ready to deal in the circle. She had 36 strikeouts in the World Series so far with only 1 earned run. It was expected to be a pitcher's duel, and that's exactly what we got. But unfortunately, Indiana was on the wrong side of it. They lost to Pennsylvania 1-0. But I know, Alex, so many people are proud of those girls, and they had a lot of fans here in Kentuckiana cheering them on.
An incredible representation of us here in Kentuckiana. And even though it didn't pan out the way that we could have hoped, still an historic event.
Yeah, I mean, second place in the Olympics still gets you a medal. That's
Exactly.
Still a congratulatory event for these girls.
100%. It's not just us who feel that way. The Floyd County softball team and coaching staff actually had a watch party this afternoon to cheer on the Southern Indiana team. That was held at Plucked, and that's in New Albany. The varsity coach and players shared how proud they are of the Little League.
For them to be able to experience this is a huge moment for them. Winning's great, but being able to get to the pinnacle of what the Little League is something that they'll remember forever, and I'm excited for that for them.
It's really amazing, like the fact that they made it that far, and you know, they've worked so hard for this, so you know, I really hope that they can bring it home.
Watch party was held at the Slice in Georgetown this afternoon. Serena Merboyne will be right back here with more highlights later in sports. And coming up, we've been following their story since 2016. Today was the Blue House Backyard Concert, and up next, we have a look at the sights and sounds. The Blue House Backyard Concert was held tonight. Just a little bit ago, the community was invited to enjoy live music from the after-school violin program located in the Parkland neighborhood. Blue House announced expansions like a new and free pre-K initiative aimed at supporting early childhood education in the West Louisville area. Tonight, we spoke with the founder about that impact of their work in the community.
Just to get, people interested and engaged in what we do. And that's the main thing, is they don't see enough of this on the regular. And we want them to know that, you can go out here and perform, and the people will come if you're willing to put forth the effort. So.
Proceeds from the concert tonight go to their building renovation and extension. And we've been following the Blue House success story right here at WHAS 11 since 2016, when our stories got the historic home restored with your donations and generous help from major companies in Louisville like GE, who saw our reports. Tonight on the Night Team, we have more of those sights and sounds of the Blue House backyard concert. And today marks an historic milestone for Louisville's unhoused community. For nearly 10 years, Hip Hop Cares has held Sunday Serve every single week. That means 500 consecutive Sundays of providing meals, clothing, toiletries, and blankets to Louisville's unhoused community. Since January of 2016, the group has not missed a single week. Founder of Hip Hop Cares, Jeff Gill, says the involvement continues to grow, with a group from St. Francis of Assisi now being involved for years to hand out clothing, and more students have been getting involved.
To have the young people involved in this means more than what I can put into words, because as much as they learn from us, we learn from them as well. And oftentimes it's in the most simplest acts. So it speaks volumes, not just to us, but the people that we serve as well.
The meals are provided by Fazoli's, and donations for Hip Hop Cares are needed.